What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and enjoy some Canadian memes. It is time once again to take a look at some random, funny internet pictures with text on them, all about Canada. And memes aren't just good for giving you a little laugh. They're also very useful for kind of teaching you about obscure, interesting, funny things about Canadian culture. So let's take a look here, starting with whoever is praying for snow, please stop. Yeah, seriously, stop, please. What is this sign? Is this like outside of a church or something? Yes. Who is out there praying for snow? What's wrong with you? Like, what? I don't like to be too hard on people praying for stuff, but it's like, can't you focus on world hunger or something? Why are you praying for snow? Stop it. Like, we're getting snow here in the United States. I can only imagine what it's like in Canada right now. Jeez. Okay, let's keep going here. Yeah, stop that, please. If Jaws was filmed in Canada, oh my God. Jeez, is this real? Here we go again. I know. I feel like on a lot of the memes I look at and TikToks that I look at, it's like it's the internet. So I'm like, is this real? Like what? Or is this just Canadian? Canadian things are so strange. It's like, is this real life? Yeah, it's just Canada. But this like a moose for one thing. Look how big it is, man. In a weird way, this is almost as scary as like a shark swimming by you. Although at least you can see this. Sharks are like, you can't see it, and they're very. How fast is a moose in the water? Is it anything comparable to a shark? Or maybe I'm thinking about this a little too deeply, but. Okay. Meanwhile, in Canada, breaking news: determined Canadian attempts to build border wall. Jeez. This is very topical or current, isn't it? That Canadians would be enlisting the beavers to build a wall between America and Canada. No need for that. Come on, beaver. Take that. Take that the other direction. Go build a dam or something. Nothing. Canadians are already attempting to build a border wall. Okay. I guess I can't blame you too much. You even got the beavers working for you. Okay. Meanwhile, in Canada, a Canadian archaeological dig. Oh my God! Look at this. I know this is real. Jeez. I've seen a fair bit of like the winter in Canada photos, but it never ceases to amaze me. Like, gosh, if this happened in the United States, like random state, I think most Americans wouldn't even bother. Wouldn't even bother going outside with your shovel. Like, if I saw this outside and these were our cars buried in the snow, how did they clear up the road but not the car? What kind of plows do you guys have? If I saw this in real life, I would turn around in 2 seconds and go back inside. Like, there's no way. Canadians are just different. You guys, you get your shovel, you're trying to actually unbury your car so you can do stuff. We got the lightest of snows here. And like all the all the schools were canceled. Nobody is out driving. I was out driving a little bit and I was thinking to myself, like, this is so embarrassing that we're all so scared. It's like this much snow. It's like this much. I'm not kidding. And everything's canceled. People are calling into work. Schools are closed. And I'm like, God, this would be if Canadians saw this, like this little bit of snow that's shut down our society. You'd probably think we were wimps. Okay, mosquitoes in Canada. Oh my God. Is this from like Jurassic Park? No. No, it's from Canada. This is a real photo from Canada right before they got the blood sucked out of them. Are mosquitoes particularly bad in Canada? Because that is not something at least us Americans associate with Canada. We think maple syrup, snow, moose, not mosquitoes. And certainly, are they gigantic? God, yikes. Is that like a summertime thing? Is where certain parts of Canada? Jeez. Meanwhile, in Canada, there's the swear jar and the saying sorry unnecessarily jar. And it's overflowing. It's overflowing to the brim. Um, Now, this is a stereotype Americans have that of Canadians that seems like there's some truth to it. I don't know anything about the giant mosquito pterodactyls or anything, but I know about this. So, I mean, I've heard sometimes if Canadians like bump into an inanimate object by reflex, you'll say sorry or something. So that's when you'd have to put something in the jar, a quarter or something. Man, you'd be rich by the end of the year. Oh, much I'm just noticing in comparison to the swear jar. No Canadians are out there swearing. None. Definitely not. No swearing in Canada. Much too wholesome for that. Sure, sure. Meanwhile, in Canada, an angel asked God what he was doing. And he said, making Canadians. Aw, they're so nice, said the angel. Oh, yeah? Watch this, said God as he dropped a hockey puck. Isn't there some serious truth to this as well? I never watch hockey. It's usually like not even on in the United States. I mean, it probably is, or maybe you got to pay extra for it, but I don't watch hockey, but I know in hockey it's quite physically demanding, and there's the whole you're allowed to throw off your mitts and fight. You're allowed to fight in a sport that's not MMA, the UFC. So it's like, yeah, Canadians are known for being like very, reasonable, polite, peaceful people. And it's like hockey, you're just beating the crap out of people. Like, and the game itself, you're like checking each other with your stick and smashing them into the wall. It's a violent sport to be associated with Canada. To be so Canadian, really. In Canada, we like to play a game called I Hope This Is a Parking Spot. Oh my God. This reminds me of a meme I saw like a few weeks ago where Canadians are driving on the road and it's like, okay, find the lane because you can't tell where the lane lines are. That's more terrifying. This is just annoying. Or maybe do Canadians just all collectively do you just collectively agree to just park wherever when it's conditions like this? Yeah, what am I even I could not tell you if these people are parked illegally, if they're parked legally. I don't think the police can tell. It's probably just a free for all. I hope this is a parking spot. Yeah. How Canadians see each other. Oh boy, this is a big meme. Let's break it down. Starting at the top left, this is how Canadians see each other. British Columbia, you got sort of hippie-ish guitar playing, skipping. This is stereotypes of each province, and are we including the territories? Yes. Okay, this is how Canadians see each other. Okay, Yukon, you got sort of a burly older man with a pan. Okay, Alberta, sort of a redneck with a wonderful haircut. Northwest Territories, dog sledding, that one I get. Saskatchewan is just empty. Dust Bowl, what's there? One of those tumbleweeds? Manitoba is just cold. Ontario is people in suits driving around. Why? Because it has Toronto. So you got all the hot shots. Got a suit. Nunavut It's just an igloo. Yeah, I get that. Quebec is a French. What do you mean? This isn't a meme. This is just fact. This is just photos, facts. In Quebec, obviously, you all have a beret with a baguette. Obviously, it's the law. New Brunswick is a moose. Are there a lot of moose there? Nova Scotia is some kind of sea captain. What's he got? What's he holding there? What's he holding? Driftwood? I don't know. Prince Edward Island, you got some potatoes, and Newfoundland and Labrador has some kind of really thick sandwich. That's random. Most of these I can kind of get, but what's with the thick sandwich? What is that? Okay. Man, I told you I learn all about Canada during these. This is good stuff. Meanwhile, in Canada, a car fainted after seeing the price of gas. Oh my God. Look at this thing. Yeah. How? But seriously, what's going on here? Why is that car upside down? Okay, it faint. Is the price of gas particularly high in Canada as well? It's like the mosquitoes. These are things that Canadians seem to agree is a problem, but Americans, like, I've never heard of the giant mosquitoes. Or is gas particularly bad in Canada? It can get pretty bad here in America. It doesn't flip our cars over bad, but okay. People in the UK drive on the left. Canadians drive on what's left. Oh my God. What's with all the potholes? Or it doesn't help that it's slushy, icy. You just gotta drive on what's available. I mean, Canadians are probably such good drivers by necessity. Like with these conditions, the snow, but also, what's with all the potholes? Jeez, is that a thing? Um, Chatham, Kent. What? Chatham, Kent has named its snowplows. Is that a person? Or a place? Maybe it's a place. It has named its snowplows. There are times I love being Canadian. Okay, this place has named their snowplows. They've given them names because you've formed that much of a bond with the snowplows. Anita Shovel, Gordy Plow, Blizzard of Oz, Darth Blader, Pillsbury Plowboy, Sled Zeppelin, Buzz Iceclear, Quinook, that's an Inuit word for snowflake, Flurious George, that's a good one. School's not School's not canceled. That's good. Snowy-One Kenobi and Fleetwood Mac. Awesome. Well, I hope this is true. Meanwhile, in Canada, it's the annual meeting of the Summer Tires Club. It's a bunch of cars who have drifted off the highway into the middle part. Annual meeting of the Summer Tires Club. Summer tires? I've heard of winter tires. That's not really a thing for most Americans. Are there so if it's not summer tires, I'm sorry. If it's not winter tires, you're wearing summer tires? Or I think most people get like all season tires, which are probably not actually that great for the Canadian level of winter. Do most Canadians get winter tires? Is that a thing? I've heard of winter tires. I've never, like, no one I know has ever gotten them because it's just so unnecessary. In Canada, maybe it's necessary, or you're going to end up at the annual meeting of the Summer Tires Club. I think I get it. If Titanic was filmed in Canada, what is with the potholes? Is this a thing in Canada? Well, this isn't the second meme to mention the potholes. I didn't know this was such a big problem in Canada. Even Jack is drowning. He's dying in the pothole. Rose, lift him out, for God's sake. You're on the road. There's plenty of space. If Titanic was in Canada, he'd be drowning in a pothole. Okay, the potholes. Meanwhile, in Canada, Understanding Canadians. Yeah, no equals no. Oh boy. Does it? Yeah, no, for sure means yes. Okay. You gotta say it more Canadian. Oh, yeah, no. Why are you saying yeah? Somehow that makes it more polite. It softens the blow. You want to say no to someone, but you don't want to. You do it this way. Oh, yeah, no. Are you guys coming? Are you guys coming to the next book club meeting? It's like, oh, yeah, no. They're like, are you coming? You're like, yeah, yeah, no. And then if you are coming and you want to make a big hoopla about it, you're like, oh, yeah, no, for sure. Somehow that comes out of me very easily. I feel very Canadian. And I think, is that it? I think that's it. Just like that. Wow. I mean, these were really funny. And, as I hoped, I do feel like they taught me some interesting things about Canada. You got some big mosquitoes and potholes. What's going on? So anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment. If you have any thoughts or opinions on these Canadian memes, that'd be real fun to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Canada and learning about Canadian culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.